You've heard of the Cold War, but what about the Banana Wars? From 1898 to 1934, the US sent troops across Central America and the Caribbean, not just for politics, but for profit. America literally fought wars to keep bananas cheap, and nobody talks about this. The United States military invaded Central American countries multiple times just to protect banana companies from paying taxes. This wasn't some small diplomatic dispute. This was full-scale military intervention across multiple nations to secure its economic dominance in the region. The United Fruit Company basically owned entire countries. They controlled the railroads, the ports, the land, everything. When governments in Honduras, Guatemala, and Nicaragua tried to tax these companies or give workers basic rights, the company would cry to Washington, and Washington would send in the Marines. Next thing you know, US warships are sitting in your harbor and soldiers are marching through your capital, all because a banana company didn't want to pay its fair share. These conflicts were motivated by protecting American economic interests, including those of powerful fruit companies like the United Fruit Company. US military intervention was used to protect investments, maintain political stability favorable to US business, and secure trade routes, ultimately ensuring the continued flow of cheap bananas and other resources to the US market. The term Banana Republic literally comes from this era. It described countries whose entire economies were controlled by foreign fruit companies backed by American military power. These weren't partnerships, this was economic colonialism with guns. The craziest part is how successful it was. For decades, Americans enjoyed incredibly cheap bananas while entire nations lived under the thumb of fruit corporations. Workers who tried to organize were crushed. Governments that stepped out of line were overthrown. One company executive actually said they could buy a Central American government for less than it cost to bribe a city council in New York. That's how cheap sovereignty had become. Next time you're at the grocery store looking at those perfectly yellow bananas for 68 cents a pound, remember that price was literally written in blood. The banana wars shaped an entire region for generations, all so Americans could have cheap fruit with their cereal.